Hey everybody, how is it going? It is your pal, Sal here. Welcome back to my channel, and I couldn't be more excited today because for the first video ever on this channel, and I can't believe it's taken this long to do, but I have some new material by the one and only, easily the greatest voice of all time, Miss Barbra Streisand. So in case you've been living under a rock, which I haven't, I'll explain to you why it's taken me a while to do this. Barbra Streisand is officially releasing in August the second volume of her album, Release Me. So back in, I believe, 2012, she released, it's basically songs from the vault, songs we never had heard before, and she's releasing them, and finally, and we know Barbra is very particular in everything and I should say, I probably said her name wrong, it's Barbra Streisand. You know, it's hard sometimes, you forget, you're like, Barbra Streisand, and you're like, Streisand, I know, believe me, I know. It's just, we forget sometimes. Anyways, so Miss Streisand has, basically that's the gist of these the gist of the album. It's unreleased material that we've never heard before. So on the first Release Me, I love Home, I love Being Good Isn't Good Enough, I love How Are Things in Glockamora, what's the other one? I Think It's Gonna Rain. I mean, it's the stuff in there is so good. So about a few weeks ago, she announced that she was doing Release Me too, and I was all excited, but then I got quickly very, very angry, because she released the track listing, and listen, here's the reason why, and this is why I didn't listen to the first single when it dropped. I was a little mad, because Miss Streisand decided not to include the very much wanted cover she made of Make Our Garden Grow from the musical Candide. And as someone who's been in Candide, I love that song so much. And the leaked version, because it's been fully leaked, it's just not in the greatest quality. And I remember when this was Release Me 2 was announced, I was like, oh my God, please God, I'm finally gonna get that beautiful version of Make Our Garden Grow. And no, not on the track listing. So I punished Barbra. I decided not to, because she was dropping these singles, even this one we're talking about today too as well, without any notice. So I was like, okay. So I've come to I'm okay now with the fact that Make Our Garden Grow will not be on Release Me 2, but Barbra, please, Release Me 3. I need Make Our Garden Grow. I've been waiting for that ever since I found out that recording existed. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Don't take it down, Barbra. Anyways, so we're putting all that aside. So today we're actually talking about the two singles that have been released so far. We're going to listen to both because I've not listened to either. So we'll talk about the second one in a second. The second one is the one that dropped today, but the first one dropped a few weeks ago, on June 4th to be exact. And it is a song called I Want It to Be You, which is a duet with Willie Nelson. And this song was originally intended for the Partners album, and on the album it ended up still being recorded, but on the album with Blake Shelton. And I actually just re-listened to the Blake Shelton version. It's really good. I don't think I'll ever stan Blake Shelton, but it's hard to not enjoy a countryman's deep voice. I mean, how can you not? So there's that. Apparently it seemed that for this album, I guess Willie couldn't get his vocals done in time for when they needed them, so I guess they got Blake. Regardless, I'm excited to check this one out with you guys. So this is the first single for Release Me 2 by Miss Barbra Streisand. I feel like I have to redeem myself every time I do that. This is I Want It to Be You, so let's take a listen. I'm imagining it's the same music track, just with Willie. I'll be curious because Willie's voice is very different from Blake Shelton.
Time has a way of changing everything. That goes for almost anything but us.
God, she's so gorgeous.
Always have, and I always will remain.
Very different voices.
Words from a heart that you can trust.
When others come and go, you can always know I'm here for you whenever you might need me.
Sometimes, if you're lucky, you find that certain someone you can always count on to be true.
His voice is a little, it's a little more muddy compared to, Blake's.
You know that I want it to be you.
You're still kind of crazy after all these years.
Always be that funny girl to me.
Aw. Thanks, Aw. Thanks, Willie. Thanks, Willie.
Always have a reason to be the best of friends that we can be. Someone you can turn to.
I'll turn to you.
Every minute of the day.
Warm memories to hold on to that will never fade away. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you find that certain someone you can always count on to be true.
This is interesting because the Blake Shelton one feels definitely more like a duet. This feels more like it features Willie Nelson. The mixing isn't as even. But then again, he has a softer voice.
Like a sweet familiar sound.
A good book when I'm alone.
A cup of coffee when
cup of
I'm
coffee.
cold.
And a country road that leads me home.
You know that sometimes if you're lucky, you find that certain someone
You can always count on to be true.
to be true.
If I had a choice of only one friend in this world,
You know that I want it
I
to
want
be
it
you.
Oh, Barbara.
When I get on the road again, you'll be always on my mind.
We'll stay the way we were forever true.
There's no one in this world that's been a better friend to me than you.
Ah. Aw.
Can I ride on your bus sometime, Willie?
Come on, Lord, let's get on this bus.
Oh my god. That reminds me of like when in Partners, she's like, "Come on, Billy, let's go get some pizza in New York City of mine." Oh my god. So that was the version of this song with Willie Nelson. I'd Want It to Be You, and I love the part where it's like da 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 da. It's a very pretty song, and I will have to say though, I think it makes more sense to do this song with Willie. They're a little closer in age. I think he's like 10 years older than her, but it's just closer. And Blake is significantly younger than Barbra. Not that that really matters, but it's weird because that makes more sense like in that way. But I like the duet with Blake Shelton a little more. It feels a little more mixed properly. Like I said, Willie feels more featured on this than Blake did. But it works I feel it works in a different way. It definitely is it's two different versions for sure. So I feel like you win with both, quite honestly. I don't know, because it's like hard to say I prefer, because I love the heart that's in this version, but I also like the sound of the Blake Shelton one, so both are winners in my book, if you ask me. So either way, she did fine with whichever version she ended up, well, she obviously released the Blake Shelton version, but beautiful as always. Okay, so the second single that was just dropped today was actually the song I was most excited for when I did see the track listing. This is Barbra's cover of The Rainbow Connection, which is a duet with, of all people, Kermit the Frog, which I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of interesting that we're getting that on here. And what's interesting, too, is that it was originally intended, and I have the album. Oh, this keeps falling off. I hate that. It's stressing me out. Where is it? I know I have it on my... Right here. It was apparently intended for the Wet album, which is an interesting choice. I've never listened to this album in full. I do know that every song is literally about water, which is why this song Splish Splash is on it, as well as the duet No More Tears, Enough Is Enough with Donna Summer. And apparently it had to be rewritten so it could be on that album to like be No More Tears, Enough Is Enough. But anyways, we're going to listen to this lost little gem of The Rainbow Connection. And this is nice because it's a song I know. How can you not know The Rainbow Connection?
Why are there
So many
songs about rainbows and what's on the other side?
Rainbows are visions.
Oh my god.
But only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to
Okay.
hide.
It sounds like they're using the original vocal track that they probably had for the Muppet movie, which is a little odd.
So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see.
When did the Muppet movie come out?
The Rainbow Connection.
Oh, it came out the same year.
The dreamers and me.
Interesting.
Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star?
The orchestra.
Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it, and look what it's done.
Aw.
So far.
Aww. Oh my god, Barbara can do it with anybody.
Amazing.
That keeps us stargazing.
And what do we think we might see?
Someday we'll find it.
The rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic.
Here we go.
Have you been
Not the
happy?
Ah, come on.
Have you heard voices?
That was good.
I heard them calling my name.
Kermit.
Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors?
The voice might be one and the same.
Ah, that's too good.
I've heard it too many times.
Oh, that's so pretty.
It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection.
The lovers,
The lovers,
Oh,
the dreamers.
the dreamers, and me.
ah, ah. Oh, this is too good. Yes! Ah. Okay. Wait, is there more to it? I paused it. Who knows? She likes to talk sometimes at the end. Okay, she didn't. Oh, that was so cute. I do think it probably didn't end up on Wet because there really isn't any reference to water within the song, so that's probably why it ended up getting scrapped. But that's so pretty. It should have been released in, well, then here it is now, being on Release Me Too. What's interesting, though, the only criticism I could give this is that it sounds like they're using the original recorded, but then again, there was a part in the end where it sounded like it was a different recording. The original recording from the Muppet movie, and these were both out in '79, it says. So, that's what doesn't work is that it sounds like Barbra is in a completely different studio with a different microphone, and Kermit is somewhere else with a different sounding microphone. So it doesn't match as well as I think I would love it to. But I'm willing to overlook that because it's kind of cool to just hear this gem from the get-go anyway. And it's really pretty. I mean, if Barbra can do it with anybody, and it makes it just feels real and raw. I mean, she's literally singing with a Muppet, and I almost cried. So that was gorgeous. I love that. So far my favorite thing I've heard off of Release Me Too. I'll be very excited for the rest of this album when it comes out. So what do you guys think of these two singles, I'd Want It To Be You and The Rainbow Connection? Let me know in the comments below. As always, do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha, Twitter at Sal Says Stuff, and TikTok at Sal Rocha 1. We love Miss Streisand. I just always feel like I have to redeem myself because I say it wrong without even knowing. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.